Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over some of the steps that I personally took to help me get over a very strong book hangover, book heartbreak, whatever you want to call it. I read the Song of Achilles this year and I have not been able to stop thinking about it. I had an emotional breakdown about it. It's just been a whole thing. So I'm going to talk about some of these steps that I personally took to get over this and where my steps sort of correlate around what this book is about. You may have to get creative to pull together your own type of theme here. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. Step 1, reread the book. This may seem pretty straightforward. However, it's not something that I actually thought about doing. I was just trying to quell whatever it is that was just there happening. So I ended up reading this one physically the first time, and then when I went to reread it, I listened to it on audiobook, and I definitely recommend that you do switch it up because it's sort of a different way to take in the media. So if you read it physically, read it on audio. If you read it on audio, read it physically. It's just sort of little something extra. Step 2, which I have been working on for a little while now, is find some books that are similar. So if it's a historical fiction, I recommend Google searching books that are set around this time period or books that are covering the same topic. Like for example, this is obviously ancient Greece, so I was lucky enough to happen upon I think it was an advertisement on Barnes & Noble, something about myths, because I guess lore had just came out, so they were compiling a list of books that either came out already or were on their way out that all had something to do with Greek mythology. So I just happened upon that list and I found these 3 wonderful books on there. I haven't read any of them yet, but I am currently in the middle of this one. So this is one of the first ones that piqued my attention, but this one wasn't out yet. So when I found it on Book of the Month, obviously I grabbed it. I am currently 63 pages through it, and no complaints at all. And then, by the way, I had read Circe, which is by the same author, Madeline Miller. So I already read that, so it wasn't an option to reread it because that didn't hit me. The Silence of the Girls, and I believe this one is set in the same period. So if you didn't know, actually Greek mythology, well, we sort of think about it as, at least until recently, we sort of think about it as like all at the same time, but these myths didn't all come at the same time. So we have, oh god, what's that kid's name? Theseus? Yes, Theseus. So Achilles comes after Theseus, and Theseus comes after Hercules. It's not Hercules in the book, it's Hercule. You know what? Without butchering it, I'm just gonna go ahead and it's the man that went crazy and killed his wife and kids. So they're actually 3 heroes from 3 different time periods. So as I was saying, this one is set in the same one. I believe this is actually based off of, yeah, okay, so it's Queen Helen is kidnapped by the Trojans, and this one also, this is 1,000 Ships, and it's based off of the same sort of time period. It's about Helen of Troy, the most beautiful woman in the world, the woman that sailed 1,000 ships. These are all 3 from the same time period. This one is before. So I'm not sure why I started with this one. I probably should have started with one of the other ones, but I got it in my Book of the Month box and I was like, woo! Anyways, so the next step that I recommend taking if you are all out of books and you can't find anything is find a song that resonates with you and reminds you of the book. So for example, mine would be Achilles Come Down. I'll link it in the description if you need to cry. A lot of times people who read books will make playlists. I didn't find this on a playlist. I was actually just Google searching Achilles in general, and that was an advertisement that popped up, and I was like, okay, so I listened to it and I loved it. So those are the forms of media that you can ingest while you're attempting to quell the book hangover / book heartbreak. The next thing, merch. Merch fixes everything, and you know it does. So first step I did was I found these earrings Neither one of them actually is related to Achilles, but they reminded me of Achilles, so I'm wearing them now. So this is a bust with flowers growing out of it, and this is a bow and arrow. Next thing that happened while trying to quell all these feelings and emotions is I got hungry, for lack of a better term, for all things Greek. If you didn't know, I actually have a second YouTube channel. It's a diamond painting channel. If you don't know what diamond painting is, I will link that in the description. Always is already, but I will move it up so that you can see it higher up in the description box if you're interested. Basically, we're taking little tiny diamonds and we're putting them on a canvas, and that's what that is. That's Medusa behind me. So while I was getting obsessed with Medusa, I bought another pair of earrings. So these ones are just hoops with snakes wrapped around them. Of course, is very Medusa reminiscent, so I really loved those. So that's a total of 3 pairs of earrings, 3 books, 1 song, re-listening, and I couldn't help myself. I continued the merch buying. So I actually have 2 things to unbox with you today. I have this one, and I will pull up the information on both of them. I also have this one. And those earrings came from another Etsy shop. I think it's called Anita's Apothecary, Anita the Apothecary. I will double check that and pull it up. Yes, AnitaApothecaryShop. So now I have the other 2 pulled up. So I think we'll start with something else wearable, and then we'll move into the final item. And mind you, these items I've had in my possession since April, and I've been waiting to be able to film and show you. So I'm super excited. So this is the presentation of this item that I purchased from, and this one is called ShopCastlesandcourts. They make bookish t-shirts. So I will go ahead and show you. It says, "He is half my soul," as the poets say. And this is a quote from the Song of Achilles, and that just so happens to match the earrings. So that's really cool. So the final item that I purchased for this book heartbreak, book hangover, is this candle. And this candle comes from the Etsy shop AuroraCoCandles. And they make, I think, 2 or 3 bookish candles, a Marvel inspired candle, I think it's the Infinity Gauntlet, I think a Taylor Swift and a Harry Styles inspired candle. So they definitely have something for everyone on there. It smells amazing. So it comes, here is my packing slip. That's not important to you. Here is the candle. It comes wrapped in bubble wrap and then again in red tissue paper. Oh my god. Oh. So the candle I got is called Achilles and Patroclus. And the scent is sea salt, blossom, birch, and fire. After you've gathered all of the items that remind you of whatever book you're currently having the heartbreak hangover over, I can put on an audiobook of one of these books, or just Song of Achilles again. I can put on this shirt. And I actually have another diamond painting that is Medusa. So I think I'm gonna work on that and I'll show you. Here she is. This is Medusa.
Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller.
So that is how I plan to get over this. I hope that this gave you some type of an idea of how to get over your current heartbreak. I am gonna go ahead and listen to the Song of Achilles for a second time, read it for a third time, and diamond paint for a little bit. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you like me and would like to see more from me, please hit subscribe. I would be so happy to have you. Alright, I hope that you are being safe, wash your hands, taking care of yourselves. Bye guys.